Oh man, where did my dice go? I can't find them anywhere. Are they over here? Goo, do you see
Sorry,
them?
Minka.
No, you don't gotta worry about it, Gregory. You were just excited. It happens. Hmm, we'll find them. Man, I hope an ooze didn't take them, though.
Well, actually, it would absorb them. Well, that was unnecessary.
Hey, no fighting. Look at Dave. Dave's just chilling. Be like Dave.
Can I romance the bod next time?
Yep. Oh,
Sick.
hey, here they are. Ah, oh, well, that was an amazing end to this campaign. You guys defeated Lathander, and Gregory got the final blow, and so you saved the world from eternal light. Look at you guys. Well, next week we'll be starting our new campaign or doing a one-shot or something. We'll talk it out. But I think that's it for today. So I'll see you guys next week, okay?
Thanks for game.
Bye. Yeah, thanks
Bye.
for playing. It was a good time.
Oh, it's a really fun
You'll get it next
game.
time. Bye.
Oh, watch your tail. Good session. They really need to stop fighting, though. Oh, hey, no. You don't gotta run away. You don't gotta hide. Come here, little guy. Oh, the Lich King just turned you into a little monster, huh? Means all this is probably very new and scary to you. Well, I'm Minka, the resident mimic of the dungeon, and it gets kind of lonely down here, especially when you're new. So, if you want to hang out, we can. I've got video games. I can tell you about D&D or tell you about the other monsters here so that it's not so scary. Don't worry, you don't gotta hide, you little cutie. Oh my goodness. Oh, hold on a second. I died. Ah, I'm such a professional. Um, well, hi everybody. I'm Minka. While I'm getting my charger plugged in and my phone loaded up because I realized it died. Um, there it goes. Um, oh man, it's yeah. Find the cleric. We need to resurrect my phone. I don't got a diamond, but we can use I don't know the like fake jewel eyes work. It is hard work being a DM, especially for a bunch of monsters. They're gonna zig when you zag and accidentally get excited and hit the table and cause your dice to go flying. It happens. Alright, well, I guess, while we're waiting for my phone to turn back on, um, I'll go ahead and start. Like I said, I'm Minka, the Dungeon's Mimic. We are mostly kind of just chilling here because the Lich King has an eternal magic storm going on inside, which is what turns adventurers into monsters. But it's all good. Like I said, I'm a mimic, and I was created by the Lich during a blood sacrifice. I don't actually know all of the details. He won't relay those. I guess he doesn't want me potentially making a bunch of other mimics and you know, making a mimic army, which like understandable. Who's to say I'm gonna do that? Let's see if it's turned on. Boop 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 boop. Am I alive? Let's see. Let's find out. Da 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 da. YouTube Studio. Oh, also I can in the meantime get us a little bit of music to have going on in the background. There we go. Eh, I am no longer dead. Look at me. It's calibrating. There we go. Hi. Um, but yeah, so I was born December 18th, or I guess created December 18th, depending on how you want to look at it. You know. I am a Sagittarius as a result, and I got a Cancer moon, which makes sense because I am a big ol' crybaby. uh, but it's kind of cool because even though, well, I'm not just straight up a Cancer, uh, Sailor Moon was. So at least my moon is Sailor Moon. Um, let's see. I'm 5'5", so pretty average height. Not very tall, but not the shortest. There's quite a few monsters that are a lot shorter than me down here, so there's that at least. Also, I could kind of, I guess, if I really wanted to, just change my shape. Make me tiny, make me big, whatever I want. Depends on how angry you get me. I might turn into like a giant bear or dragon or large building. Um, You can find me at Minka Mimic on pretty much everything. I was lucky. I was lucky there with that. No one else, no one else had my name. Now here's my dislikes. It might surprise you due to me being a mimic, but I'm not a huge fan of horror games. Um, Mostly I like spooky but not scary, or I like old horror. Like I really like the old black and white movies. And like that kind of a vibe in monster films, but not into like, the games that are just gonna jump scare you. There's a couple of the more maybe Cthulhu-y games that I might be into at some point, and I like basically anything to do with Dracula. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Um, I also don't like sour and citrus stuff, partially because of allergies. Um, they make horrible things happen to me. Ugh. But that's okay, because I can just easily avoid that. Now for my likes. This is where we can really really get into it and get to know to know me a little bit. I like fantasy anime, like an obscene amount, maybe an embarrassing amount. I don't know. I watch a lot of it. Um, and then I play a lot of D&D and tabletops in general. Uh, like my first ever game that I ran was actually a Vampire the Masquerade game. And I really like the World of Darkness system, though I don't often play it nowadays. And also just JRPGs, RPGs, kind of crafting games mixed with a little bit of survival. I'm big on story, and I'm big on just escaping to fantasy realms, which is a nice break from, dungeons. To just go into other fake dungeons. I'm also a big fan of critters. I am very likely to, if there is a class or a way that I can get an animal companion in something, I'm gonna do it. One of my favorite classes to play is actually the Beast Heart, which is a like supplement thing that somebody else created um, instead of being, original to D&D content. Um, it's a lot of fun. You can have a monster. Oh, Nightbot, we appreciate it, but I'm sure it was fine. Sorry about that. Nightbot's trying to be like a big guard dog when it didn't need to be. Um, I'll have to adjust those settings later. But yeah, Beast Hearts are a lot of fun. I've had one that's had a bear companion. He was really cool. His name was Bard. He made little whistly noises, but he was a big old grizzly bear, very sweet big boy. And my current D&D character that I'm playing in the Lich King's game is a one that has a dragon baby, a silver dragon specifically, named Roundtail. He's very good also. Blabs really likes food. We're working on his language skills, but it it'll get there. He'll get there. You know, he's just a baby. One day he'll grow into a big, strong dragon. Um, but for now, we're just trying to go around, explore, and gather magical items for his hoard. So, yeah, just a little baby. Although I did say that if something happens to this character, whether I retire them or not, uh, or they meet other ends, my next one probably also going to be a beast heart, but I'm trying to decide if I want a mimic companion, which will probably, let's be honest, go with that, or like some other spooky friend. I don't know. We'll see the vibes. We'll see the vibes. Um. Oh, what was I gonna say? It was related. Unknown. It went one ear out the other into the ether. It's gonna happen. Oh, here's some of my other likes besides D&D. Like I mentioned before, I really like Dracula and the Universal monsters. Besides Dracula, my other favorite monsters are the creature of the Black Lagoon and also the mummy. Though the mummy, a little bit, you know. Oh, D&D bird moments. Yeah, I've got lots of those. The good brain times. And I read a lot of monster romance. Uh, I like how sweet they are, which is so weird because people never think of, you know, like monster romance, and they think of, oh, those are going to be the sweet, mushy, lovey-dovey stories. They think they're going to be super spooky and scary, which like sometimes there are elements of those, um, but the majority of the time it's just kind of like non-toxic romance. The love interest just happens to be a, I don't know, like a werewolf or a gargoyle, or I don't actually really read the werewolf ones that much, but um you know, or like a spider alien. it it happens. Or there's like Ice Planet Barbarians where they're just straight up big blue aliens. But those are really nice. And I also like tea a bunch. I like green tea the best, and also I make my own blends. I actually made one based off of Roundtail. It's got pine needles, uh, silver glitter, and Greek mountain tea, and jasmine dragon pearl tea, like all mixed together. It's really good. Yeah, spider aliens. So there's a series by Tiffany Roberts, which is probably one of my favorites. Um, and they're like, oh, I should have got a picture of this ready. Let me see if I can go find the cover. Oh, wait, no, I might not be able to show the covers. Maybe I can. I don't know. Twitch changes their rules, so I don't know. They're all, like everything's covered, obviously. It's a book cover. But I don't know. Tiffany Roberts has a book that's about spider aliens. Basically, these uh like people who were being sent on a colonization mission. Their ship crashed, and they like wake up. You know, like 1,000 years later or something like that, from their cryogenic chambers. And the girl who wakes up, because at first it's just her that wakes up, meets a spider alien, and they fall in love. It's very sweet. And it's got like lots of cool alien plant life it describes, and the way the world works, and the mythology of this alien people. It's got really cool world building. I think that's what drew me to that series. Hi. Um, and it's, I don't know, it's just so sweet. It's a little bit like them getting to know each other kind of thing. It's got funny moments too. I highly recommend it if you don't mind monster romance, and are willing to give it a go, because it's just a good piece of sci-fi in general as well. Yeah, we're talking Lady Ray, we're talking about some of my likes and things. Speaking of monsters, my kind of monster girls, yeah. And speaking of monsters, here my favorite D&D ones are mimics, obviously. little little, biased on that one. But I also really like Driders. I like Driders because they're sad. The story and lore behind Driders is just heartbreaking. When you read about like their mental state and everything they go through as a Drider, it actually inspired me to make a like I guess like healed cured Drider in my game that I run right now, named Moth. He had been turned into a Drider, was one for he doesn't know entirely how long, um, but was saved by the light of Elistray, which is the good drow goddess, who sometimes comes to her followers in the form of a moth. So that's why he took that name, because he doesn't remember what his name was before he was a Drider. He's got a few extra eyes now, but he's very sweet, loves to dance. He's a sword dancer for her, which is kind of a type of holy fighter class that's specifically related to her. Yeah, we gotta save the sad boys. And he's kind of an open book. It was funny when my players first met him, one of them immediately asked if he could shoot webs and how that worked if he could. Uh, so, he wasn't expecting that like forefront of a question as the first thing out of the gate. Uh, and obviously, I really love dragons. My favorite D&D book, besides some of the Ravenloft books, is the Dragonomicon books, because I like reading all of the dragon facts, like dragons be smelling like silver dragons smelling like pine needles and rain. I think it's so cool that there's all these weird little doodaddy facts. I know it is a very personal question. Like, hey, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Can you shoot webs? Also, can I use them for fabric? That was another follow up question they asked. Because they were like, I've heard that spider silk is actually really good for making fabric. I've got a fun bunch of weirdos, and I love it. Um, but yeah, my favorite, as you can kind of imagine, just based on that too, my favorite D&D uh, deities are Illustray and Kellamvor. Um, Even though Kellamvor is a little anti-monster, the undead make him a little but it's okay. It made for great angst when I played a Dampier, cleric of Kellamvor. The smell of rain is great. The smell of rain, and oddly, the smell of dungeons, very nice. You would think it's very stinky or very musty, but really it just kind of has that like thick petrichor smell and like a weird cleanness to it. Maybe it's because everything, is so ancient. It's kind of died away. Only time we run into problems is when adventurers come down here and get, unalived. Boy bug mail. Yeah, at least get him some like ale before you start asking the web shooting questions. Oh man, poor Moth. He did get to throw a ball though, and everyone got to dance and stuff. Like I say a ball, but like a little group. Oh, sorry. One of my cats was trying to come say hello. That's another thing. We might occasionally have cat interruptions, as mine are little gremlins. So just be prepared for that. Um, Skill issue for the adventurers, right? Like, you can't just come down in the dungeon and fail miserably like that. Our ecosystem is a very important thing to maintain. Um, oh, wait. Real quick. Also, my favorite characters from the D&D lore universe are Strahd and Drist. I can't believe I almost forgot my boys. I got distracted by Moth, my other boy, and that's why. No, but really, I love Strahd. I love the depth you can really give to his character, especially if you've read like Ice Strahd and some of the older editions. Because in the newer one, it's too easy to make him just kind of incel vibes. And that kind of, I think, takes away from his character, honestly. Like, the players need to respect and fear Strahd, not just be able to dog on him about how he can't get a lady, you know? So sometimes I even just take the Irina love story thing out and replace it with more a focus on his previous, like, warlording days. It kind of varies. I kind of base it off of what the group's doing. This is going to be my second time running it, the game that I'm doing right now. So that's exciting. It's going really well so far. People are having fun, and like that's all I can ask for. And then I love Drist. I recently got into reading the books and stuff, so I'm not like super far in because there's like 40 books. There's so many. I'm so excited, but I'm in the first trilogy right now. Um, Hi, Meepo. Welcome in. Oh, hey, I just saw your follow on the thing. I don't have alerts turned on this page, but we'll have them up on just a minute when we get to the just chatting screen. I had my PowerPoint, or kind of PowerPoint, so that I would remember some stuff I wanted to tell you guys about. Oh, also on the kobolds, I forgot to mention, I like kobolds a lot too. I think they're scroungly and little weirdos. I like the dog version. I like the little dragon critter version. They're all good. All kobolds are good. Let me. Oh, there it goes. Thank you for joining the dungeon as a little monster. um, Speaking of which, hold on, let me zoom in a little bit. Boop, 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 and I can show y'all. Oh, ah, where'd you go? Hold on, I shall retrieve you. Let's see. Listen, being a little weirdo is the best of vibes. Can't believe y'all disappeared on me, running around, hiding in this little dungeon. But I'm trying to give you uppies. Come on. Let's see, where did you go? Oh! Come on, buddy. There you guys are. I got a little... You guys got a little you. You're, in a cloak. You're, like, visage obfuscated. So you can kind of decide what little monster you are underneath the cloak. For all I know, underneath here, you could be a bag of bones. Or you could be an oozy boy. Or a little, like, undead critter. You could be whatever you want to be. But this way, you guys can hang out with me on stream and be a little cute thing and get uppies, you know? um, so you guys, just, yeah. And if I move y'all, you can also float. Oh, flying. Such skill. Wow. We also have Goo up here. Goo is my little slime buddy. We hang out. He is the best. We'll zoom in on Goo so you guys can. Oh, no, not that way. Oh, it's not letting me zoom in on Goo today. Maybe if I lean forward, you guys can kind of see him better. Hi, Goo. Ah, boop. Ignore my extra arms. I'm a mimic. I can have those. Oh, a raccoon monster? That would be so cute. Oh. Would it just be like one that can walk and talk, or I wonder if it would have weird colors and like other odd features like sharp teeth or or something. I can also put my hair up. Gotta, occasionally get it out of the way when playing D&D. Because D&D, serious, serious business. um, can show you my other toggles, too. So, oh, one of my cats is being a sneezy boy. I can hard eyes at things, which is pretty fun. Oh, this is my face when I see new monsters. Can googly eyes, which just makes me feel like I am an alien. I know it's supposed to be like, oh, shiny googly eyes, but it makes me feel like I'm an alien. And we got star eyes for when I'm very impressed. What is this one again? Oh, I can blush. This is me when I see Strahd, if I'm being honest. What else do we got? Oh yeah, I have different arm things. I gotta put y'all down though. Sorry. Here. Fly over here for a little bit, buddy. I can like be like, oh my! Oh no! Hi Nikki, welcome in! I'm showing everybody some of my toggles. Thank you so much for the follow! More little monsters. Dungeon's gonna get filled up with all of the good babies. We can run around and have like the biggest D&D party. We can do the little cat thing. I can scare you. Rah! Spooky, spooky. Ugh. Sorry, I'm a nerd. Oh, and then, we'll be using this later when we're playing some video games. What else do we got? Oh yeah, my face. Darkness has descended. I got a lollipop. You guys can have some too. Come here. Ugh. I'm trying to. We'll figure it out. We'll get you your own lollipop. Why are y'all sideways? There you go, buddies. We'll fix you up good and clear. And I can wave. We have all two new little monsters hanging out here. And I think, oh, and also we can have a little bit of strange liquid. It's purple and blue. So you tell me what it is. I just kind of found it somewhere. Oh no! I'm sorry Twitch is being goofy. Yeah, well, slimes are our buddies, so I don't know if I'd drink a slime up. I think that'd be a little viscous. That'd be like drinking Jello. Oh my gosh, are Jello shots just the equivalent of what a slime would be like? Oh no. I don't drink, but that's a fun idea for D&D. Like a D&D night. Unless could figure out a way to make like I was gonna say like non-alcoholic slime shots, but I think that's just Jello, not done up all the way, maybe. Oh, goodness. But let's see, what are some of our. Oh, speaking of Strahd, I have this toggle. I made this one especially. Look! We can cuddle with Strahd. I love this to a stupid degree. I need y'all to know. Yeah, it's a Strahd belly pillow. And he jiggles, which is fun. Oh, I thought about making a Drist one too, but I think that might get a little bit complicated. I only have so many buttons. But he's very comfy. I actually am a part of a group and we're doing like Strahd art exchange thing. And for mine I asked them to draw Strahd in like a body pillow pose. So who knows? I might actually have a Strahd Billy like body pillow at some point in the future if that's the prompt they pick. Um, which would be super exciting. If not, I might have to commission one or like find one, like draw one myself eventually. I do have a Vincent Valentine one though. Got to get all of the Vampy boys. That's another thing I didn't mention earlier. Final Fantasy, like the series, is just games in general, are some of my favorite games to play. Obviously, 7, I'm a big Vincent fan. I, I'm so excited to play the second part of the remake. I haven't played the second part yet. I know that the next one's not going to be out for a bit, so I'm trying to like savor them and go about playing them slowly. Um, and then I play Final Fantasy 14 as well. I haven't gotten to play in a bit, but that'll change soon. I need my chocobo racing because I'm addicted to it. Don't be surprised if one night there's just like a quote unquote gambling stream and it's just me chocobo racing. It might happen. It's okay, we can bet on if I win or lose. I don't know what we'll bet on. We'll figure it out. um, what else? What are some of my other favorite games? Oh, I really like Baldur's Gate. I wanted to play more of it, but the game takes up so much space, and I only have so much computer space. Oh man, um, the Nightbot is really on it today. Goodness. Oh, thank you for the congrats on my debut, Ultimo. Because even though, like, I can see what messages got deleted, so don't worry, I did see it. Even though Nightbot's trying to be guard dog. I haven't either. Like, I know what happens at the end just because I have, like, friends and stuff that have played. Um, but no, I haven't, like, beat it myself yet. Plus, there's so many different endings, so who knows what I'll end up getting. We'll have to do, like, a special stream run through if I can get my computer space cleaned up enough. Oh, thanks. Welcome to the dungeon. Yeah, I've that's something I should mention. I've been making shorts on YouTube and also on TikTok about different little D&D things. For example, I did make one about the silver dragons smelling like pine needles and rain. I'm gonna be making some more Strahd related ones of different like Ravenloft facts and monster facts, all that kind of fun stuff. So if you like that kind of stuff, I'm gonna be making those there and sharing them. My goal is to post one like every day, so there'll be a new D&D fact or monster fact for you every day. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that you guys were able to find your way to the dungeon from the realms of the clock and play buttons. Good. Yeah, I tried posting one right before stream just to kind of help because I know sometimes like I'm forgetful as heck. So I know if I had seen something like this morning, that by the time it coming down tonight, I would have been like, oh man, what's happening? So yeah, I'm glad that that's working and that you guys can find your way here. Also, that you guys are enjoying the videos on there enough to come hang out with me uh, in the live capacity. Well, our other thing I wanted to do today, now that I've shown you the PowerPoint and everything, is I've collected, speaking of D&D, some D&D stories from you guys on TikTok and also YouTube and Instagram, and all that kind of thing. So I thought we could read and discuss some of those because y'all had some great monster stories that made me laugh, slightly worried me for your sanity. So let me get those pulled up real quick. We're just gonna hang out and be cozy with you guys in Strahd. Um, while we talk about it. I was so smart and I went and put them all in their own channel on Discord so that I could find them. You should. I know a lot of people have a hard time finding a D&D group, but honestly, the long-running game that I've been a part of, we all found each other on Roll20, just randomly, and the group's just kind of gone on from there. We've been playing for, what is it? I think 5 years. That campaign's been going on. That's the one where I play my Beast Heart with the little baby silver dragon uh, companion. Oh, I remember. I accomplished something in D&D that I know few have had the niceness of doing, in which my character before the one I'm currently playing got to retire with a happy story, like a happy ending. She married her girlfriend, and now they have a farm together on the outskirts of the village, living her best life. I'm so happy. She also has about, I think it's 30 quails. There's one boy quail, right? Because you can only have one male quail to a group of quails. But he was isekai'd into their world and reborn as a quail. And since my character can talk to animals, she knows this and then also hears all the girl quails having, their like different uh harem problems. And she tries to tell people, but they don't believe her, except for her girlfriend who writes it down as fan fiction. That's the ending to that character's grand adventures is isekai quails uh girlfriend and well wife now and a nice farm. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. That's how I play D&D. That's what I bring to the table. Right? I would watch the crap out of that. Are you kidding me? Just a bunch of like quails with like cute big old like anime eyes. But yeah, I highly recommend it. If you're ever trying to find a D&D game, just give Roll20 a shot. And it's okay if maybe the first like game or even two or whatever, you might necessarily like click with the group. It's okay to leave those cuz you'll find a group that you click with uh eventually, And there's also people who make specific groups too for if you're like if they're only wanting to do like an all girls group or just like a queer group or they'll make sure to put, that it's friendly to those things too. So you'd be surprised. I think people tend to be nicer than we think they're gonna be, especially when it comes to D&D. People are usually very welcoming and super into teaching new players. I think usually I've only seen it maybe a handful of times, but on the little not ads but postings for them, people will usually put like, "Hey, this isn't maybe the most new player friendly game," or they'll be like, "Hey, totally down for new players." So don't be afraid to check out Roll20 or something. I'm sure there's other places too. That's just where I've gone. I know there's what is it? Start playing, but that one's a lot of pay to play games. Um, which personally I'm like a little iffy on. Um, just because I think it can change dynamics, a little bit between cuz I like my D&D games to just be like bros hanging out, just friends chilling. And I think when you put money into that it can kind of change the vibe. But some people don't mind that or it doesn't really change it much for them. So, just personal preferences. Um what else is there? Oh, I'm sure there's probably groups on Reddit too for like people looking for groups to play with. Um So you got lots of choices. But yeah, let's get into these stories that you guys shared. All right. Bros and tomfoolery, yes. That is the lifeblood, the good, the ooze in which makes D&D stick together. Yeah, no problem. I am always happy to help where I can. I definitely don't know everything. I know very little compared to many people, but I know some things. Um, okay, this first one. So the person never answered me back, and that's totally okay. Uh, so we're gonna be left on a slight cliffhanger. They said, as an aberrant horror kobold, so that was their character they were playing. A strong start. They meet Slug the Dragonborn's stomach while the Warforged held him mouth open to retrieve a ring he ate because it had +1 AC. And I asked why he ate the ring, like why that was necessary. Um, like why'd you have to reach into your party members like, or I assume it was their party member. It could have just been an NPC Dragonborn, but like he had to just reach into their tummy and get the ring. Like, what? Why? What was necessary about that? Or was it just for the spookies? Um, so many questions, but alas, no answers. It's fine. Um, this next one though, I was so excited that somebody, and I'm not gonna say exactly what this monster is, so that I don't spoil it in case anybody's DM tries to do this and they don't know what it is. Um, but somebody said they got to very early on scare their players with the Bagman. Um, all I will say is the Bagman is very spooky. I will show what he looks like. I won't necessarily show like I said, say the things surrounding it because he's a very specific thing to pull him off. But they said they played it kind of like an interactive horror cutscene. So he could kind of like travel between the characters is what my assumption was. Let me go grab him. I got a picture of him. Let me get him pulled up. Because I think, honestly, he's supposed to be, like, big, spooky, scary, right? I'm a weirdo, and I think he's a little cutie. Like, the official art for him, the Bagman is a little cutie. Not in, like, a, oh, kind of way, but in just, like, a, aw, what a little guy. Me get him pulled up. Alright, Bagman. This is what the Bagman looks like. See what I mean? He's just a little guy. A little cutie. Look at them claws. Those little eyes peeking out from behind the hair rope. Not rope, twiny? His hair has like a twiny texture almost to it. At least in this art, it kind of has that vibe. He does. He's got a fabulous little bag. Very fancy. Nice little bite, like, back spikies. Look at those. I bet those feel cool. I wonder if they're like whiskery feeling or not. But yeah, that's the bag, man. See, I came prepared today with visages of bagmen. Um, but yeah, I think he's just a cute little guy. Also, I love those little owl emotes. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for hanging out while you could. It's fun hanging out. All right, this next story. I will preface this one just in case for anybody watching who doesn't know, since I know, for example, you know, new people have not gotten to play yet. Um, this one involves a chul. Chuls are aberrant monsters, which are kind of think uh Eldritch Cthulhu vibes. Like they shouldn't exist. Um, but they said they freed a chul from a giant amber crystal, which amber crystals coming up in anything, I'm immediately suspicious. They were only level 2 and weren't supposed to be there. Uh, and one of them lost the ability to speak common. Like, so they couldn't speak the basic language anymore from touching the crystal. And they guess their DM made the Chul give them a reason to get the common back. Though I'm not really sure um, if they freed the Chul as a result of having to break the crystal to get their language back, or if they needed the Chul specifically for it. Um, Unsure on that one. But apparently the Chul's blood, don't know how it got into their Warforged, but their Warforged, I'm guessing it's like their blood splashed in the Warforged face, which Warforged are kind of like, I guess think like robot. Yeah, it depends heavily on like how the D&D, like the DM is gonna run it, but they're like androidy from my understanding. Like Magitech kind of thing. But it gave them a very brief sense of taste. So their Warforged could actually taste things for the first time. And this person was kind enough to give us like more about the situation, which I think's so fun. And I was like, how did how did they react to that? Um, and they said it was very confusing. They tried steak the next day, but their sense of taste was lost. Uh, but they were compelled to try succubus blood, so they can taste and feel now as a result of that. And they also, I guess, died and got rebooted with a whole new personality. So he's starting life traumatized and with the ability to taste and drink and things Warforged should not be experiencing. I think it said they were also like experiencing emotion, like more emotion or something too. Let me see. No, but like isn't that just a twisty turny? Like your friend can't talk anymore. A Chul, you had to fight a Chul at level 2, and then you like get their speech back, but now you can taste things all of a sudden. Like, um, the next story was let's see, where's the beginning of this one? Okay, they didn't have a beginning to it. They said a ruined dwarven outpost with a mess hall. In the mess hall had a weapon rack, and a single magic weapon was on the rack. It was a mimic. Also, the double doors in the next room were a mimic. Players became so psychotically violent towards doors and weapon racks after that because of back-to-back combat, nearly like killing everybody. I appreciate just the absolute blatant use of mimics. I'm all for it. It's not the only mimic story we got too. I was really excited that people were like, listen, I see you. I see you. Um, Now this one, I tried to put everything in like orders of when people posted them, just so to make it like easier. Um, but this next one, I had like a clutch my pearls kind of a reaction. If I'm being completely honest. Um, and I was like, oh no, because I would have cried during the first few parts of this. And they said, one time they made a house cat the boss. to get the key, it means that they had to slay it. But cats have 9 lives, so every time it died, it grew bigger and stronger until eventually it was a cat hydra. Like, I would have cried, like I said, the first few times. I don't know if I could have killed the cat. I would have just left it be. I'm like, you know what, house cat, you can be the boss of this place. I don't need the key that bad. I'll wait for you to pass it. It's fine. But a cat hydra. I made a picture for this one. Because I was inspired. Let me go find the cat hydra. There he is. Alright. This is what I imagine. Just all cat heads on top of a hydra body. Yeah, this is what I imagine cat hydra to be like. Uh, so show this to the group. Tag yourself. Which cat hydra head are you? I think I'm this top one right here with his mouth open. Yeah, that's the cat hydra. Which one are y'all? I'm probably that one. The one with this little, the back one, the one on the bottom, or the gray one, the chill one. Yeah, just fine. Oh, the far right one. Yeah, just just hanging out. Oh man, I love cat hydra. Here, we can keep cat hydra here to keep us company while we read through the other stories. Did I save a picture of a chul, by the way? I think I did. So that you guys can see what a chul looks like. I did! Look it past me. You're the one looking like it's about to sneeze. Yeah, the one with this like little tongue out. For reference to that other story. Um This is a chul. They're not as cute as cat hydra. They're a little freaky. They got tentacles. They're kind of like angry eldritch shrimp with tentacles. That's what I imagine chuls to be with lobster claws. Or what are they? Crawdads. You think the chuls get the head pats? That's fair. I have heard about people having them as like their little beast companions. Bug puppies. Thought a lot more fur and cattails. Oh, that'd be so cute though. On the cat hydra. Just like a light coat. What if they had like Sphinx cat kind of fur where there's like a type of fur there, but we'll remove the chul. Refocus in on cat hydra. This is an ongoing discussion. Right, like Sphinx cat kind of fur, and then like the little spindly tails back here, like a bunch of. Oh man, I need to get better at drawing monsters. Which, speaking of, we're gonna do here in a little bit. So we can draw cat hydra. Maybe I should put that on the list. Our cat hydra should maybe be one of the first ones we draws. Cat hydra. We gotta make notes. More cattails. Sphinx skin. Yeah. Alright. It is noted for later. Where were we at? Alright, cat hydra. You gotta go a little tiny again, buddy. You guys can hang out with cat hydra over here. Minmog from Power World. I've played only a little bit of Power World. I don't know what Mimog, bleh, bleh. I don't know how to talk first. Mimog, Power World. I'll Google it. Power World has a freaking mimic? Are you kidding me? When did that happen? Oh no. We're gonna have to play. I do have Power World. We'll have to play it at some point. And I'm getting like 20 of them. We're gonna have so many. That's new goal. I'm writing it down so that I remember. Oh my goodness. Play Power World, Mimic Dog. That's what the note's gonna say. Play Power World, Mimic Dog. We do need. Oh, look, the Lich King. Thank you for joining the dungeon. Glad to see the Lich Kings really, really putting in the the work to turn you all into little monsters today. We get more friends. We do need a cat-sized Hydra so we can ride it. I wonder, I don't know if I would be good enough to do it, but I wonder if I could get, because VTube Studio now has a thing where you can have like front and backs to items. So I wonder if I could figure out a way to, because I could make one, right? That would be like where the heads of the Hydra were maybe in front of y'all, and the back you could just see the tails. So it would look like you were riding a little cat Hydra. That might take a while to figure out um, how to do, but I will make a note of it. Cat Hydra for chat to ride. See, I'm writing things down so I can remember them. I'm doing so good today. Can't guarantee it'll always be that way, but I do have the game Goblin Cleanup. I was actually playing it the other day. I do. Yeah, you called it good. You called it. I cannot wait for the full release. Oh my goodness. I like naming my mimics Rodrigo. I don't know if y'all have a preferred name for your mimics, but for some reason my go-to is Rodrigo. Or Makik. I also name a lot of them Makik. Makik's usually reserved for like Rune Factory. I hope the new Rune Factory has mimics too in it. I'm waiting for mine to get in. I did a special pre-order of it for the like special edition for the Switch. Comes with like a little woolly. We're gonna have so many monsters in that too. It'll be a good time. And we get to ride freaking dragons in that one. So hyped. What was I writing down? Oh yeah, Cat Hydra for chat to ride. Front, back, live, 2D. Okay. I remembered. It is written. I put a little cloud around it. Yeah, Goo. We got Goo. We got Rodrigo. Kick. Um, but yeah, I was playing Dungeon Cleanup the other day. That's also on my list. That might end up being our wind down game, depending on how we end up feeling after drawing our monsters. Because after I finished reading these stories, the next thing planned was trying to draw some of the monsters. So maybe we can get some reference ideas for Cat Hydra. Let's see. Where were we? Oh, so that same person that brought us Cat Hydra also made the toilet in their game of Mimic. Again, blatant use of mimics. I'm here for it. I'm all for it. Their mind sounds like a fun place. Um, so the next one, they had a demigod dragon come give us cool items in their game. But the dragon was really rude and condescending to the barbarian, and the barbarian wasn't having it. Needless to say, they they had to make a new character, and they were like level 9 or 10, and he wouldn't let, like, their DM wouldn't let them revive them, which means that they probably didn't have like a cleric or something with them, unless the DM really was like, no, and putting in some, like, hard stances there for because I guess a dragon being condescending to you is probably maybe not the best reason to try to smite one, but players have like the silliest little brains sometimes and do things that I'm like, why would you do that? um Now, I did want to mention this one just because I thought it was a fun idea. Somebody said that they've not gotten to play D&D yet, but the character they really want to play, whenever they finally do, is not a dragon, but a dinosaur priest, which I think is like a little idea. It makes me think of there was like this mini series that was out forever ago. My mom used to have like DVDs and stuff of it, but it was called Dinotopia, and it makes me think of that with like the talking dinosaurs and stuff. Yeah, Dino Priest. Isn't that a fun idea? Oh man, I love Dinotopia, so I saw that and I was like, oh, that's sick. That's a good idea. Cause it makes me think of the, like, what was he, like an archivist or a librarian or something in it, like the raptor. Mm-hmm. Um, this one says, uh, their story is not about a monster, though I would argue maybe. But their DM had the great idea to create a sword that made enemies disappear instead of killing them. Um, and at the very end of the campaign, it turns out that they all had become like into just a giant dragon that they had to fight. Like the enemies weren't disappearing; they're actually just all secretly turning into a big dragon. And I'm like, that's totally a monster story. Also horrifying. I can't imagine that reveal. That DM must have been like toe tapping their little feet underneath the table, just pressing their little finger mitts together, like the reveal must have been wow. Um, Somebody else, another dragon story is somebody met a dragon with wizard and rogue levels and gaslit the party into turning them into a god. Which, how? First of all, how did the party have that ability unless it basically sent them on like like a scavenger hunt? Hey, do these things for me, and it ended up turning them into a god. That's why I imagine what had to have happened. Or else they're like some crazy high level things going on. But that dragon, brilliant. Let me get a sip of my drink real quick. Because I don't want my I got a soda pop and I was like, oh wait, I need to remember to drink that so it doesn't go flat. Um Oh, speaking of mimics, oh man, this other one, like I said, I am all for just loosey goosey extreme uses. Hi, welcome in. Where I'm sharing D&D stories that people shared with me on some of my other platforms because they're so good. This one says that they made an elder god mimic uh, that had morphed into a labyrinth, um, which it says which has tools from old adventures, and I'm not sure if they mean like tools from the third party used in like previous adventures to that party, or if it's meaning like some stuff from old official adventures thrown into it. I'm not sure what they mean on that one. But I feel like convinced them that it was a god first and then sent them on a divine quest to turn it into a god. Oh yeah, maybe on the dragon quest from the previous one. That could make sense too. Um, but it said that the mimic labyrinth was always weirdly moist, which labyrinths are a little moist. I've been inside like an old dungeon labyrinth when I went to Budapest last year, which was really cool because part of the city has like a labyrinth underneath it. That yeah used to be just a straight up dungeon. Vlad the Impaler was kept there for a couple of years too, and it is very moist and very spooky, like thick fog in it at points. Um, from all of the evaporation from like rain gets down there eventually and it kind of just makes it that way. But there were parts of it where you could not see a couple feet in front of you. It was spooky. We almost got locked in there, which would have been terrifying because the guy who like runs the ticket thing and like watches the feeds didn't realize we were down there still, and so he was literally walking down the stairs about to like kind of go down do something and come back up to lock the thing when we were leaving. Oh, so we could have gotten locked in a spooky X dungeon labyrinth all night. Glad that didn't happen. It was kind of cold. Um, but they say that they every so often could hear the party could hear growls coming from the center, and they were thinking that it was a centaur looking for them in the labyrinth. They didn't realize that it was a mimic until it was already too late. As the man who guided them there was also part of the mimic. Like it's so good. Ah, I love that like they played on the things that I love about mimics, again, biased, but that mimics can do more than just mimic, small little objects and stuff. They can mimic people, they can mimic buildings and dungeons and labyrinths and monsters and also corpses and all sorts of crazy things. You can go nuts. Absolutely nuts. They're one of my favorite things to use in a game. Well, let's see. Oh, this one's a little bit of a longer one. I like twisting mimics into friendly items to help the party. Yeah, I also really like that. Like I said, next time I play another Beast Heart, I'm thinking about having a mimic companion in it. I'll let you guys know how that goes if that ends up happening. Corpse Mimic does give the Thing vibe. That is not wrong. I also really like and like people who do them is like, oh, I think somebody actually mentions that in one of these. But people who take them and have like their weapons and stuff be like mimics. Remember correctly, there needs to be more than one mimic to make a building or anything really large. I think it depends on your DM because there can be like a mimic colony that can make a village and stuff and do all things, but I think also just really powerful mimics because that one, like they said, was like a mimic god that they basically made. Um, could just be one giant powerful mimic. They're probably super old because mimics at first like they grow in sentience and intelligence. Um, but mimics are also that like weird thing where it can totally depend on how they're created as well, which there's not an official ruling of like how mimics come to be. So um your D&D like your DM can just kind of put whatever they want with that. Um mimic tamer. That'd be so fun. Just hanging out with a bunch of little baby mimics, teaching them how to be mimics. That'd be fun. I think it'd be harder to do with like a grown-up mimic, but who knows? Um, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Uh, like in Delicious in Dungeon, the like armor, the animated armor crustaceans give me like mimic pet vibes a little bit. Let's see. All right, this one is another dragon story, which I'm also biased about because I love me some dragons. Um, said one time their level 8 party got an adult black dragon thrown at them, which, yikes. We weren't supposed to win. We were supposed to stall or lose so that he could fly off with something important. We didn't realize this, but managed to defeat it with their barbarian, who had a juggernaut subclass, and got a critical roll and shoved it into the nearby lava. The dragon crawled out as a skeleton and still flew away with all of the stuff. Um, they were saying that them and their sister were mildly upset and never want to fight a black dragon again. Um, it was the same DM where they fought an adult brass dragon at level 3 or 5 or something, but that one was on them. So I guess they did something to make the brass dragon upset. But I love that their DM was really like, let me put the dragons into D&D, like the dragons and Dungeons and Dragons. It'd be creepy if you make a mimic who only has understanding of people or items through some form of abstract means. So their forms are really uncanny. Oh, that would be interesting. Somebody brought up on one of my YouTube videos, they asked me what um like wood I would be if I was posing as a chest. Um which I gotta show y'all later. I do have a chest form. I'll show you guys after we finish these stories before we do the drawing. Uh and I had misread it. Misread the comment initially, but then I went back and I was like, oh, you know what? I think maybe oak or something. But it did get me thinking, like, mimics would keep that in mind, right? Like, if at least if you're a good mimic, which I'm not apparently. um, and think about like, how do I make myself look like the most high valued materials for this thing to be built out of to like further entice uh players, or maybe they do the opposite. They're like, if I look too fancy while I'm here, then I'm gonna look out of place. So I need to make myself look like the crappiest, like, like barrel I could think of. It would seem really fun to use. Really, yeah. I love how much creativity you can put behind them. That's why they're one of my favorites to use, because you can really just go ham, egg, and cheese with them. Let's see. All right. So, this one, speaking of like the thing vibes, though this is a little bit thing from Adam's family, not the thing. Um, somebody said that their coolest and creepiest creature and most destructive was just an undead crawling hand. The party had seen this hand trying to strangle all of them when they were alone. Small story. The hand uh, KO'd the first one because they underestimated the danger. Then the hand went to the second one. They started fighting, panicking, trying to fight back. All of them fumbling. The only one alive was a horrified wizard, and he used an AoE spell. I can't read, sorry. Spell to reduce the hand to ashes. Sometimes it's not the bigger game story, but the narrative tension, which is very true. They're correct in that. Sometimes it really is like that thing that you didn't think was going to be a big deal for your players that is like what gets to them the most. So like it doesn't always gotta be a big old black dragon or a mimic dungeon. Sometimes it can be just a creepy crawly hand. Oh, welcome to the dungeon. hope you enjoy your time here as a little monster. Let's see. Where were we? Okay. This was, oh yeah, here's the person that was mentioning that they would do a mimic armor and weapons and then let them feed on their enemies. And if they go too long without fighting, uh they could potentially attack either them or their friends. Uh they're stronger, well fed, and weaker would not. That would be such a fun like thing to try to like work together with a DM about. Like, how are we gonna roll for that? Would it work like how Beast Hearts work with their the I forgot what they're actually called because I always call them Anki points. But they're basically ferocity. That's what it's called. Beast Hearts have this thing called ferocity. You have to roll it at the start of your turn. Um, it's a d4, and they add up over time, and you can use them to use your base companion's abilities, or if they get too many of them, they could accidentally like lose control, right? And then attack. I think it's usually the closest thing to them, and it could be friend or foe. So I imagine it would need to be something kind of like that in order to make it work. DM ran a campaign where we worked for an old retired gold dragon. Oh, that's fun. We were a pretty bad group of people, but the gold dragon was just done with life, so he hired us anyways. Tired grandpa vibes of a dragon. I love that. I I love throwing dragons into games like any way that I can. That's why I have Roundtail that I'm playing right now. Um, in my Curse of Strahd game, I reworked it. So there's this character basically called she kind of replaces a mix of two other NPCs originally in Curse of Strahd. I guess not NPCs, but forces, beings. But she's just referred to as the Raven Mother. Um, and she's like a dragon deity kind of a thing. And she's the one who started like the Knightly Order in it and stuff. She's also supposed to give kind of a maternal energy, especially to contrast Strahd's energy. But uh, she's thought to be dead. Oh, hold on, I need to cough. Currently, she's thought to be dead. And since my players aren't in here, I can share it with you guys. I can spoil it for you. Oh my gosh, that's so nice to be able to like talk about this. Um, she's being kept in Strahd's dungeon, and he's been feeding on her to get extra abilities so that I can make Strahd have like secret extra powers and stuff, so that the players aren't expecting that. Hi Delta. I think we actually just read your suggestion about the Mimic's armor a minute ago. Um, oh, I just realized it was you. My brain's so dumb. I've been reading the comments and that. But yeah, we were talking about your Mimic armor. Yeah. Idea. I was saying I think that it would work kind of like Beast Heart Ferocity. Um, but what's this saying? Oh yeah. So the players, because I have a couple of players who've played Curse of Strahd before, so this is their second time around. But I don't want them, and I've been changing little bits to the story. It's already kind of hard for them to figure out what's exactly going to happen. Plus, every Curse of Strahd game so different depending on the party, um, and I'm excited for that reveal because one of them's a cleric to her. They believe that their deity that they pray to is alive, even though everyone else has been telling them that she's dead. But she doesn't really know what's going on with that. So when they find her like physically trapped in human form in that dungeon, oh man, it's gonna be so good. I'll have to let you guys know their reaction. But Siren, to answer your question, my favorite D&D dragons are probably silver dragons. I like that they're kind of tend to be protectors. I like that they got cool ice powers. I also think it's cool that like they start off kind of iridescent looking and like lose color and become more silvery as they get older. I think that's neat. Um, I also really love time dragons. Oh my goodness, time dragons with their little mitts. They have the best little feet in D&D, and like they look like cat dog feet. They're cute. Um, I was supposed to get a time dragon like mini recently, but WizKids messed up my order and I'm so sad about it because I guess they oversold their stock and so they didn't actually end up having it in stock anymore even though when I ordered it they did. I was so sad. I'm gonna go find a picture of a time dragon so you guys can see what I mean. By them having just like little baby. They got the cutest little toe beans. Oh, here's a picture of the mini I was gonna get. I'm still gonna get it. I just gotta find it somewhere else now rather than the official website. Which is sad too, because it was on sale and I was like, oh man, because it's an expensive mini. But it's okay. I'm saving for I'm saving for it. Not on sale. And they did refund me, so that's cool. I did get my Drist plushie in though. They did have him in stock, so that was good. I got my Dritz Warden, who's sitting on top of my computer now. Alright, see, this is the mini. Look at those mitts. I'm gonna make it real big so you guys can see them. Aren't they so cute? The little ball, like the little baby paws. They also have like really cool lore. So time dragons have a bunch of like crazy insane powers. They're one of those dragons like the party is not at all meant to fight this thing. Um right? They're gigantic, and this little like loop that their horns form into has a freaking portal inside it that you can time travel or travel to like different dimensions and stuff through. Like that's crazy. Also, like time gets really weird around them. So, um, for instance, you could live like just hang out next to a time dragon and potentially just be functionally immortal so long as you live like stay within its vicinity, which is crazy, crazy stuff. I would love to know because it did say that like places that are even nearby their like little territories are weird with time. So it'd be cool to like have like maybe there's like a whole village that's been protected by a time dragon or near a time dragon and it's kind of just been frozen in time to a degree, or maybe the people there aged really slowly or fast or who knows. um it's got a bunch of scary powers it could use against players if they were gonna try to fight a time dragon, but I think it's mostly to be used as like you're meeting this grand being kind of a thing, or you need to go use its like horn portal or something like that. Touch the beans of the Time Lord. Yes. All of the toe beans. Hmm. The baby. Oh yeah, that would be such a fun one-shot thing. Like interacting with a time dragon. I would love it. I would fangirl so hard if my DM pulled out a freaking time dragon. Really, any dragon I'm gonna be excited about and go nuts for. But yeah, they have the best little toe beans. Their like baby form's really cute too. Hold on, I saw a picture of one a second ago. You guys can see what baby beans they got. Bum 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 bum. Right, here's a little baby one. Let me see. Aren't they pretty? They also got that kind of like iridescent glow to them. Look at these baby beans. Trying to find a good here. Put them on the pillow. Show us those beans. Show us your nails. Baby. But they're so pretty, like the little colors and stuff. Yeah, that's a baby one. It's crazy that they go from this to that. Like, wow. It's so cool. Dragons are dope. Oh man. Let's see. Oh, alright, we got a couple more stories. We got like two. Alright. Um, this one said, they dealt with a demi-lich. It was their first ever campaign that they played in, and they were level 12 and kept crowding the thing. So when we got it low, and it used something to heal, it gave them necrotic damage to like buy health, I think is what they mean by this part. They're like, still not sure if that's how they work, but I never want to know. And it was funny as is. So, like, what I thought when I read this, at least how I took it, was they were fighting the Stimulich, and anytime it healed itself, it was taking their health, and giving them necrotic damage. Which, oh man, that would suck, but also be fun to be dealing with as a player. As a DM, absolutely fun. As a player, it might be a little stressful. Like beholder and beholder adjacent things. Yeah. Have you seen? I've seen videos on TikTok and stuff of it, of that. There's like a D&D interactive event, like universal event going on, and it has like the giant beholder and stuff that like talk as an animatronic and everything. That'd be so cool to see. Um, I didn't get those. I should have. I wish I did before I left. Um, and moved. But there was this shop where I bought these little mimic earrings from and also little owlbear ones. But I only had enough for 2 sets. But they also had a beholder set. And I wanted to get those too, but um, I like owlbears and mimics just a titch bit more. So I grabbed them first. But man, it would have been cool to also get the beholder ones and just have like Badoom, the set of all 3 earrings. They were like, I think how they were made, I might be able to just make them myself, honestly. Because I think they took some minis and then like painted them and everything and like turned them into earrings that way. They're really cute. I'll have to share the pictures of them. Um, oh, mind flayers are good. Then, oh, hold on. I haven't been drinking enough of my drink whilst talking. So my throat's a little dry. Um, then you must have been really excited though, for Baldur's Gate if you played it. All the Mind Flayer stuff. I wasn't really expecting Mind Flayer heavy stuff when I had first heard about it. Like when it was getting announced and everything. Because I never played any of the old ones, so I don't know if the old Baldur's Gates had anything to do with like the Mind Flayers. Um, but I did really like the Mind Flayer in the Underdark. He was fun. Because I don't want to like go too in depth with like the story, just in case somebody's not gotten to play Baldur's Gate 3 and are wanting to. Um, I do plan on hopefully getting more of my computer's space cleaned up so that I can re-download it because I really would like to play it more. I've been like the last month I've been wanting to, but since it does have such like it's like 150 gigabytes or something. It's crazy, and I have so many things on my computer. So we'll get there. we will play some Baldur's Gate on stream. I don't know if I'll do a Dark Urge run or not, because I'm not super into it. Like, I respect it, like, story-wise, and I know technically that's supposed to be the canon route, but, like, it makes me feel bad. I might be a mimic, but, like, that don't mean I want to go around doing the evils. I know you can be a redeemed Dark Urge, but still. I've seen a lot of the cutscenes too, because I've had a lot of friends who are super into the Dark Urge story. Especially like playing a redeemed one. I do want to try to get Minthara though, this time around, and I've heard that you can do it by just knocking her out without having to do all the like killy Dark Urge. Yeah, Dark Urge rough. Um, is rough. Or maybe I'm just sensitive. I don't know. Yeah, get some good rest, Nikki. I'm glad you could come hang out with us, and thanks for being a little monster. I'll I'll see you in here next time. Hate being a bad person in games that try to get everyone a good ending. Right? That's how I am too. I worked so hard in Veilguard, like Dragon Age Veilguard, to get everybody's things up so that I wouldn't lose anybody I didn't have to at the end of that game. Yay! We'll be happy to have you. And I did. I successfully made it to the end of the game. Only lost one person, and that was like inevitable. Like, not something I could really control, to an extent. It's hours in Elden Ring to get the good ending for characters. I suck at those games. I think Elden Ring has such a beautiful look and aesthetic to it. I really love the character designs. Like, what is it? Mesmer, I think his name is, the one with like all the snakes. His design is so freaking cool. I want a statue of him, but then I feel bad because like I've not played the game, but I'm terrible at those games. Like, horrifically will frustrate anybody who's watching bad. Um, and I just end up getting frustrated too, so it's less fun. Those games are more fun for me to watch other people play, um, than anything else. So I just stick to watching my friends play it. Yeah, there's some games like that are just like that. Like, I really love Castlevania, but I'm not good, or at least not very good at platformers. And so I don't like I won't stream those. I'll still play them because I have fun playing them, but I'm not very good at them. But I do enjoy watching them a lot. That's why I really love Lord of Shadow, since it is a Castlevania game that's not a platformer. Of Soulsborne games, lore is so in depth. Yeah, they have a lot of core lore from what I've seen and stuff. Lots of cool things. Some sad stuff. I hear some lore from it and I'm like, oh, those babies. Alright, we got our last two technically stories, but they're both small. They were in the same screenshot I took. They had a Elitharid run a stall at a fairground party. A fairground their party visited. It had trinkets as prizes. One of the members won what amounts to a loyal Modron and a Pokeball. Another won a Rod of First Cantrip. Do you remember that day? This one is a little bit rough for me because I actually don't know what that second thing is. Modron. We're gonna learn. Oh, what are those things? Oh, okay, I do know what those things. Oh, that's cool that they won those. I'll show them to you guys. They're like little trinket dudes. I forgot that that's what those were called. I love how this is monster show and tell. One of these things. Their players won one of these. They're like little weird, weird little. They're just little guys. Constructs, yes, that's the word. Little constructs. They're kind of cute. I like the little, like stopwatchy looking one over here. And the one with like the backpacks. So good. Bum 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 ba bum bum. Yeah, I'd be pretty happy if I won one of those. I'd be like, look at my little guy. Mike Wazowski. Yeah, he kind of does look a little like Mike Wazowski. And then our last little story, it says between all of their cool and creepy creatures, the most destructive. Oh wait, no, that one is the first one. That goes back to the hand one. Uh, in case anybody missed that one, that specific story was about a creepy hand that killed two of their two of the party members in their game, and scarred the last one. So you basically get one for the artificer. Oh yeah. I had a player have a bird construct as their little thing, and then in the game that I play in, we have another artificer in that one, and he has a dog. It's like a one-eyed dog. Two if you do it right. Oh. Oh wait, you know what? Oh, I'll have to ask him. I don't know if it's a bird he bought or if it is a construct bird. I think our artificer also built a little bird to use as a messenger thing, but I don't rightly remember on that one. So I think you're right. Um, two if you do it right. Suppose he could have. I'll have to ask. The bird only comes up every once in a while because I think he usually has it off doing things for him that I don't remember. It's been a bit since it's appeared. Usually the dog construct who's like gaining some type of sentience and personality or potentially soul thing that's happening. It's interesting. Um, you go to the subclass that gives you the robot and take the homunculus infusions. Oh, okay. I've not dove too much into artificers because, like, at least from like a player perspective, right? Because it's not like usually my bag in terms of that. I tend to go for like, you know, like I said, Beast Heart or Rangers, or I've played a Dampier Cleric, which is a lot of fun. Um, gonna be working on a homebrewed, like sword sorcerer type thing. That's more based on some of like the older editions. Uh, for one of my games I'll play in eventually, with like a campaign we've kind of talked about with my group. If you two don't ever go to Artificer or Alchemist, what's wrong with the Alchemist? Let's see. Think now we can go. Oh, many things. That's fair. I'll have to look it up and read more about it. I am going to, real quick, be right back. I'm gonna get stuff set up for the art portion of this evening where we can draw our cat Hydra over here and some of the other monster things. A thing I really want to do, like maybe once a week or something, is try to like slowly us go through and draw like little cutesy versions of monsters out of the monster manual. So we're gonna start that tonight because I think it'll be a fun little thing to do and vibe to. So I'm gonna go get that, get some more drink, and we can hang out. Oh, welcome to the dungeon. Aw, thank you. Bullying me already. Thank you, firearm instructor. Oh, I love your username. Okay, I will be back. Gotta get that set up real quick and get a drink. Enjoy the vibes. I'm back. Okay, so we gotta get our. Alright, we gotta put down Strahd. Let's see, the recent alchemist is so bad because power generally underpowered and it's random each short rest you can fill one flash. It's max you can have on low. Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, it's never nice to like feel like you're falling behind everybody else. That's why too, whenever I have, because I know some DMs will be like, no, if you die, you gotta restart. You know, from the beginning, basically, you're starting ground zero, and gotta catch up to everybody else level wise. But that feels so bad as a player, to be so behind everybody. It's like, and to feel like you're not really, you know, like important at the table or like you can contribute. So anything that like kind of has that similar vibe, I'm not much into. Doom, doom. Let me. I'm gonna turn the sound down a wee bit. Just fixing some sound things real quick to get ready for. How's the like little music in the background? Can y'all hear it okay? This is a learning process for us to figure out the settings and everything. Alright, gotta put down Strahd. Oops. So put down Strahd. There we go. And then we gotta summon my art table. Come on, guys. You can hang out with me at the desk. Oops. Oh, you think it's gone now? How's that? Can you hear it any better? Well, the song kind of died down for a second. Next one will play in a minute. Yay, nay. Let me delete some of these show and tell pictures real quick. Still no, huh? Weird. Should be showing up. Oh, this is a different music, yeah. Different music. Should be coming through here. Oh, you know what? I bet I know what's happening. So sometimes, whenever I've plugged in my other speakers, occasionally it'll make sound things reset. So maybe it was because of that. So, weird. Because there should be just like a little bit of like a lo-fi and like thunder noise happening for y'all. Let's move the cat hydra. Cat hydra, where are your pictures? There you are. Alright, cat hydra. You're gonna go up here to be our reference. Yeah, scuff is life. Oh no. If you hear thunder, then the sound's going on. Unless it's storming where you are, then... Oh, happy birthday! That's fun. We get to share debut day with your birthday. That's special. Happy birthday, little monster. Firearm instructor. I love your username. That's so funny. Oh yeah, the mimic model real quick. Here is, well, I'll re-show my like full model real quick. Watch out. Ooh. Not my tablet. Stay here. Ah, not my chair. Stay here. There I am. So this is my full model. Nightbot. Little monster. Yeah, you guys are... The Lich King has turned you all into little monsters. um... Goofy Nightbot. But I can't see your message. Nightbot does let me go and click on it so I can see what you said. This is my full model. I can also undo my hair. Got long hair. Oh, before I show you guys my other model real quick, I have to zoom in really, really close for this one so Twitch doesn't get mad at me. Okay, so I have another outfit, and you can see, well, it zooms through. I don't know why it's doing that, but you can see I have many more eyes right here. I can't show the rest of the outfit. It is on, like Twitter and Blue Sky. I did show like a little video on there of it, but I can't show it here unfortunately. But yeah, I got more eyes. We'll go back to covering up though, so that Twitch doesn't get mad at us. Come on, little buddy, you're a little too far off into the corner. Let me switch to my mimic form real quick. Ah! It's the mimic form from the beginning. So this is me, my little chest form. If you ever see me just sitting around somewhere, I'm right here. Ah. Kill it. No! Don't kill me. That would be bad. Alright, let me scooch myself back down. Because when I spawn in on my other form, it's gonna go back to my other outfit. Yeah, I'm the chest. Yeah, little hard eyes. Boop boop. Alright, gotta hide down here. Or, oh wait, I know it's so much easier way to do this than hiding. Hold on. I can just hide my model for a second. What a goose. What a goosey goose am I. Yeah, Twitch will get real big mad. I don't know why it's doing that. I could not tell you. I've tried fixing it multiple times. And it just won't do it. So my model is technically a pre-made that I altered. So let me switch it back. Whoop. Um, so it's had a starting base, and then I can go in. No, I didn't rig it myself either. Like I said, it's a pre-made that I altered and stuff. I went in and uh, colored everything. I got goo up here, and then I also went in and drew my eyes, like my extra eyes and stuff. That's why they're not rigged, unfortunately. But yeah, got my little face eye. Yeah, I love my long hair. It's a good time. For today, let's see, it's almost 2. We'll probably be streaming for another like hour and a half ish. Before I gotta go because I have the D&D game that I play in, that one that I was talking about that's been running for like 5 years. Um, Yoshino Art. That name sounds for that name sounds familiar. Yoshino Art. Let me look, cause it might Googling. Oh, okay, yeah, I do know who that is. Yeah, if I'm up and she's streaming and stuff, I'll ask. I'll tell her to use me, so that she doesn't think I'm a weirdo. Just asking for random help. Yeah, cause I don't know why it does that. Cause I would love to just like, um, get it to fade in and out, but I don't know. This is my first time ever really using a pre-made model, so I'm uncertain. Boop, 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 boop. Sitting in my chair. Alright, I gotta get Clip Studio up. I forgot to do that when I was getting a drink and getting the tablet over here. Yeah, I've seen like her videos on like TikTok and stuff. No, wait, no. I made a thingy for us yesterday. Alright. Drawing. Oh, for a minute I was like, why is the back all weird? I'm gonna put Cat Hydra behind drawing so it doesn't cut. Our, thingamabopper. Our picture. Let's see. Where did the thingy go? No, drawing needs to go here. Cat Hydra behind drawing. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. We're just kinda, yeah, art time. I'm gonna move my docs real quick so that I can look up at the screen and see y'all and everything going on. Because I use my art tablet as like a secondary screen to be able to see chat and stuff. So we're repurposing. We gotta alter our setup just a wee bit. Boop boop. I'm so excited, guys. This has been a nice time. Yeah, gotta use what you got. Got the little monster here. Got a cat hydra on the screen. Gonna draw a nice storm in the background. It's a fun time. I'll close that. I don't really need this one. I don't need this dock. In Italy. And then we gotta move the drawing one. Wacha-cha-cha! Over to this screen. Oh! There it goes. Oh, it didn't do the thingy-mabobber. It messed up my... Yeah, it's live 2D. I don't have access to the base files since it is a pre-made technically, like I said. I say technically, it is a pre-made. I've just altered it a little bit with just the colors. Gonna recut this. We're just gonna add a filter to this real quick to make it fit the screen a little bit better. Since it went a little loopy. Gonna go... try 300. Top. Three. Right, I think was like... Oh wait, no, that one's like 450, I think. No, more than that. I hope y'all enjoy this little scufflings today. It's gonna happen, like every stream. Every streamer has to deal with a little bit of scuff. There we go. The bottom's fine. I'm not too worried about it being, Oh, God, things are happening. Oh, no. Oh, Nightbot, stop being so crazy. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm gonna have to, like, talk to Nightbot after stream and be like, listen, I know you mean well. I know you're being a good guard bot, but, like, you gotta... you gotta chill, my buddy boy. Okay, I think it's at a good size now. There we go. All right, so how we're gonna do this is I got the monster manual right here. Yep, Nightbot monster's in trouble. The big oh no's. And I thought maybe we could go in alphabetical order since we want to try to draw all of them. And then it'll be fun because we'll have like a whole thing. I will probably leave out like maybe player races though, because I mostly just want to draw the like cute little monsters. And less like playable critters. Minus like kobolds, because I know some like they're technically playable, but so our first one is gonna be an aboleth. Gotta twisty around the screen because I draw at an angle. Oops. G-pen black. Let's see if this one's a good size. They are gonna be like cutesy versions of the things. Oops, sorry. Oh, yeah, when I was setting up for stream with the like, like, like random letters in in chat to check to make sure the chat was working. That's so funny. I didn't know y'all could see that whenever I wasn't streaming. Yeah, I'm glad you you got to come hang out. Oh no, I accidentally got. Oh, it's okay. Everything's fine. Yeah, we're gonna draw cutesy versions of things now. Our first up is a little aboleth. So he's got like we're gonna try to fit as many on one page as we can. That way, like eventually we can have like just a few pages we can like just hold up together and be like, oh wait, no, we shouldn't do the aboleth first. We need to do cat hydra. I know that's technically it's fine. Cat hydra comes first. We gotta figure out how we want cat hydra to look to eventually maybe I'll ride cat hydra. Let me. Oops. Why is my stuff not? Block, block, block. Okay. We should be good now. Things should not go flying off the handle. Cat hydra. Alright. So that you guys can look like you're riding cat hydra. That's what I meant. I don't think I finished my thought. I got distracted. This is just gonna be a goober drawing. Um the head is gonna be like the hardest part on this to get. So we're gonna try to do like a base sketch. Boop boop. We'll draw faces and stuff after. Let's see. Boop. This is gonna be the most professional looking cat hydra you've ever seen in your life. You're gonna be like, wow. Look at this cat hydra. I promise I can draw better than this. It's for the goofs. And also so I can figure out how we want this body to line up. Oh, this one's a little scrongly. Let's give them little dots for eyes for right now. Boop beep. Boop boop. Hold on, I'm gonna like zoom it in a little bit for y'all. There you go. You know, so just so that we know. And then its body. Well, I'll draw more heads, but I want to draw the body first so we can kind of see how it's going. Should we make them chonky? Should our cat hydra be chonky? I do think they need like a little furry thing happening over here. We gotta decide the chunk levels. Should we do them like a big chunk? Let's draw his like paws first, that way we can tell where his little feet should go. I think that line's a little too thick. And then I know we wanted cattails. That's a little bit of a spooky looking cattail. Should one of the cattails be like a little stubby one? Like those little stubby tail cats? That might be funny. I feel like that tail was too intense. We went maybe a little. We gotta draw like a fuzzy one. And then little little stubby tail. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll draw like, oops. Yeah. So actually, in my notes, I was gonna talk to y'all about that. I freaking found out. I was so mad because I saw an article like literally maybe a couple minutes before stream that like it was supposed to have Drist in it. He was gonna lead them through the Underdark in part of it, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? We could have had Drist." Ah, the movie was really good, but that would have made it like all the better. Apparently, the show um is supposed to maybe have Drist in it. I cannot draw this little thingy. Oop. I think we need another fuzzy tail. Draw one with that. I feel like Cat Hydra, even though he's supposed to have Sphinx skin, would give uh cat energy. Oh, yeah, that level of chunk. Okay, we can do that. We need a big boy chunk. Wait, hold on. Well, he's laying on the ground, so we gotta make it look like it's like squish. Squish, squish. So his chunk might be a little going over this way. We'll draw his like paw maybe under this head. And then it's vaguely cursed. We need to draw the other heads too. Because we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We still got 4 more heads. Or 6 heads, sorry. What is it? 8? What's a Hydra is 6, and then what would 8 be? Don't remember. We gotta draw one with its little tongue out. This one's just screaming. Maybe these ones have little stripes? Maybe this one's a little moo cow tail? This one might have the little oh, this is so weird looking and cute. It's gotta have his little tummy color, like his undercolor. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need one more head, so it'd be one over here, I think. Oh, that's a horrifying one. Hold on. We can do better than that. But yeah, there's supposed to be like a D&D series coming out. I think this one needs like a monster tongue. Yeah. Maybe a butt spot. I know this is looking a little chimeric. What do y'all think we should add? To... Oh yeah, one hack and a furball. Hold on, we can do this one because he's right on the edge. Wait. How about that? I think this is solid. Perfect. Oh goodness. I think he needs little claws too. Yeah, little baby mitts. I feel like there's some weird anatomy things going on here, but it's a cat hydra. I don't think. Oh, we could draw a little sword next to it, like a little. Yep. Or maybe sticking out of it would be better. Just teeny tiny. I feel like we need to go like that maybe. Oh, I want to give one like angry eyebrows. Yeah, he's mad. A big mad. This one's just excited to be here. No, wait. I'm gonna give him hard eyes, I think. The guy got personality. This one can be like, whoa. Looks like his name's Fred or something. That one got the catnip. He's like, oh. Oh, wait, I have an even better idea. He can get swirly eyes. Like maybe he accidentally got knocked back. Like, whoa. By his siblings. His body sharing siblings. I think he's solid. I think we've completed him. He has maybe a couple more tails than he should for a Hydra, but like that's okay. He can have as many tails as he wants. He needs more scrongly fur. Good stuff. Good cat Hydra. Cursed being of the dungeon. Now we draw Aboleth. Trying to decide if I want to go like under in a row or across. Oh yeah, what do we want to name Cat Hydra? We gotta name the different heads. I'll write them down next to it. I feel like this one in the center's name, it's gotta be Horatio. He looks like a Horatio, doesn't he? dignified. Hmm. I feel like one of them's a Henry, but I don't know if maybe like Mr. Hacky Ball over here or the one that's like dazed and confused. Ooh, Percy's good. Which one should be Percy? We gotta decide. I feel like maybe the one with the monster tongue. Unless there's one you specifically are like, that looks like a Percy, alright. You know? Take a sip of my drink whilst we ponder. Yeah, monster tongue. Alright, Percy. We got Percy and Horatio. And then Dizzy, Dave. Alright. Got Percy, Dave, Horatio. I think hairball guy over here is Henry. Henry. Alright, we got two more to name. We got Angie Boy. And oh my god, Angie Boy, Mr. Crackles. I think Mr. Crackles might be a good name. But that leaves us with Hard Eyes. So y'all should come up with a Hard Eyes name. Sir Crackles, even better. I love that the Hard Eyes one is Goliath the Destroyer. Like the one who looks like, oh, most likely to love you is actually most likely to end you. Appropriate. I approve. Goliath the Destroyer. Little heart. There, I think I'm gonna rewrite Sir Crackles over here. I don't much care. I think it's too far over. If you think they're about their cuddles are deadly. That's true. That's true. They'd accidentally like snake strangle you. Sir Crackles. Good. It's a good mix of babies. I love all of them. Let me save so that we don't lose our masterpiece. He's so good. Alright, do we want to go in like a long ways row or down and up rows? I don't think it matters too particularly much. He destroys depression. Oh. Yes. Give me your cuddles. I need them to slay away the sadness. That's how I feel about my cats. Nandor is over there, just looking at me like a lemon. What are you doing, baby? You would make a good cat, Hydra. Baby. He turns a year old this month. We're not sure what day, but he's Nandor and he is relentlessly cute. Alright. Aboleth time. I have to look at how to spell aboleth because aboleth. These are some creatures. So their head kind of starts like this. We'll like go more into the sketch in a minute. And he has got a big old mouth that's got a bunch of teeth. And like 3 eyes. Kind of like that. I love how scary this thing, I mean, it looks scary in general, but extra when you don't necessarily have a reference on screen. And it goes like that, and he's got like another longer one question mark. Goes like this. Well, no, it actually spans out, kind of like mermaid fins. Goes like these. Ugh. Freaky critter. He's got more teeth. They go around. This is extra cursed. I don't know if I like this. Spooky boy. He might just be better with just that. And then... Does he have a tongue? No, he just has more teeth. More teeth. Every tooth is his. He does have like little thingies and like little stripes. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Stripes. Doo-doo-doo. Well, let's see. Maybe he'll be cuter if we give him little anime eyes. The goal here is, can we make an aboleth cute? That's the real test. Here, I'll zoom in on him more. There we go. Here's our buddy that we're working on. What's his name gonna be? Never named an aboleth before. Abe? Alright. Like Abe Sapien. Not as cute, but it's hard to beat Abe. I actually got to meet Doug Jones at a con a couple years ago. He was very nice. He called me puppy, which was sweet. He told me, he was like, alright, be a good puppy. I cosplayed as like a gender bent Hellboy. He thought I did a good job, which made me feel nice. He ended up signing, I have a copy of like Abe's first appearance in the comics, and that's what I had him sign. Slowly redrawing him to be a little cutie. Or at least attempting. I think to make it more clear that this is like a third tentacle that came down. He was so tall. I wasn't expecting him to be that tall. Because I'm, you know, like I mentioned before, I'm only 5'5". And he's like, oh, at least 6'5" or something crazy like that. My friend, my friend did, and ooh, yeah, little whiskers, maybe. I don't know, that that maybe made him look a little spooky. Maybe blushing, maybe that's what it needs. Like little choo choo choo. Yeah, I think the little like blush marks might have been the move. think also just working on changing the shape of some of these tentacles. Mayhaps. He's a little shy guy. He's just a little fella. Let's see. Um, he can only breathe underwater. And apparently is covered in mucus, so we should probably also add little mucusy things. Even though we're trying to make him cute, we gotta make it lore accurate. We love our little snot-covered friend, you know? No, I think that original one had the better shape. It kind of looks like he's, like, these are his arms, and he's, like, swimming away from something. We can do a little bit better on these, too. Like, he's turning around going like, oh no! An adventurer! And my swamp? I actually don't know if it's the ocean or swamps that they specifically live in, or just any water. And then we can maybe extend. No, I don't much like that. Let's see, what else do these aboleths here do? They got mucus, which is poisoned, and they attack with their tentacles. They are aberrations, which, I mean, aboleth, by the name, makes sense. And they're little Lovecraftian horrors. What if we gave him a little belly? I don't know where his belly would be. Like right here, but... Just, you know, like a little swamp belly. Make him look like a little shrimp. There we go. Shrimp. I'm sure the whiskers one more time. Maybe it'll be better with the... What do y'all think? Whiskers or no whiskers? With a little outie? Yeah. Well, first, do we keep the whiskers or not? That way I can just go back. We keep the whiskers. Give him just a teensy bitty belly. With a little outie belly. Okay, that is kind of cute. On any other critter, that'd be a cute belly button. I don't think we need the little... Oh, goodness. He's something. Whether that's cute or not, I don't know. But, you know. He certainly is something. Oh, he does have little whiskers. He has like little catfish whiskers. Do they have ones on their little tentacles? They do. think. I think that's good. Oh, wait, he's got little gills. Oh, that's the lines I did kind of look like gills too, so they can kind of mimic both. Alright, guys, here's Abe. Unless we need to give him eyelashes? Maybe some cutesy little eyelashes? Nah, that's too busy. I think Abe's looking pretty solid. Solid ol' Abe and his teeny little belly button. Belly button baby. I love the connotation that means he was birthed. Like a live birth. Just one mucus ball. Oh! That scared me. Welcome to the dungeon. That spooked me. Lich King doing his job today. Alright. Gotta skip through some of these, because some of these are the more like, humanoid ones, like the angels and stuff. Man, the Monster Manual really made them angels beefed up on a Tuesday. Let's see, that one might be kind of hard to do. You know, we can draw the head of this one, but I think the full body might be a little difficult. We can see how it goes. The Onkeg. We'll do that one done here. This one's like a monstrous bug. With a name to spell. It looks like an angry lobster ant. So it's like head starts out with like this shape. Like a dinosaur looking shape. And then it goes out into like its angry boy facial features. What? That's not at all the same. Oops. I also think this needs to be fatter on my end. He needs to have a chunky face. The likes of which you have never seen. We need to make him stubbier. I think for this to be like cutesy, you know, he's gotta get chubbified. Let's see. And then we'll draw his big ol' eyes first, actually, to lead into his. Because he's got like two big eyes. That. He's got more little like spikies. And he's got a little nose. Then his face kind of wraps around those. It's got little, it's got like lobster claws, and it does have like two little kind of tentacle looking things on its chin. But it's mostly ant lobster kind of mixed vibes. He's got two teeth to kind of do this over a little mouth. And those. Oops. And do that. And then his little, like, face thingies come out. Touching fingers. It'll be have to like his like lobster claws touching. I can attempt though. That'd be cute. So like this. And then he's got his lower mouth that kind of goes out into the tentacle things. That's kind of what their face looks like generally. And then they got little armor bits. So let's see. Well, I'm gonna new layer this and then merge it down. That way we can erase around where the arms and stuff are. So his arms go like that. And then they come around like this. And they have these like little other spikies. Erase this bit so we have more room to draw the little claws. Boop. Now we draw the claws. Those are basically just big old lobster claws. So that's not difficult. Boop. Boop. And then we can draw little hearts. And then he's got like a little lobster spiky body thing happening here. So maybe if I do this and then like draw it around, and then we can just draw a little lobster tail. If I can remember how to draw those. Those are just kind of like boop, boop, boop. It might be a little shrimpy. Okay, and then we erase where they went over his mouth. Then we do the same with the legs. Because they've got little, like, you know, bug legs. Hmm. Da -ba -da -ba -da. Is it this layer? Yeah. Merge. Merge. I think that's good. Like, he's kind of cute, right? Little guy. Just a little bug guy. We gotta name him too. What's a good ant lobster name? Just keeps eyes in my. Yeah. Anna, yeah. Little pretty girl. To give her little eyelashes? Yeah, that's Anna. Anna the Ankeg. Very pretty. Very beautiful. We gotta give her little doop doop doops. Perfect. Precious baby. Gotta fix up a couple of these goofy lines. There we go. Beautiful Anna. Alright, let's see. What is next up in here? Up in here, up in here. Oh, this one should be easy. Like, in terms of making it cute. Though, if we can make Anna cute, I think we can make just about anything cute, if I'm being honest. Good teamwork. Alright. The next one is a basilisk. But like D&D basilisk, which is a lot more lizard looking. I need like a I need to buy like a book stand for my desk that can hold it up so that the glint from the light doesn't um make it hard to read. Wonderful. But yeah, I'm really excited about the new D&D show. I hope it turns out good and that they work really hard on it and don't just kind of flub it, you know, for like a money grab thing. They would have a lot of people angry with them. Right, let's get just the body shape down. Also, I really want to see Drist in like a live action thing. This one's gonna be a lot more chunky, but I'm just trying to get a general body shape down first. Kind of like what we did with the other fellas. His mouth goes kind of like this, but he's got more of like a lizard thing going on. So there needs to be a curve there. And it goes out like that. And then he's got the little. And then his mitts. We'll just draw little foop foops right now. He's got mini legs. He's got like 8. Looks crazy. Okay, now we got basic things down. We can start making him cute. Alright, we gotta give him, I think the key. The key is good, cute eyes. Basilisk do look a little tired. So we'll fill in his eye first. Okay, that'll be good. Gotta give him his little lizard eye bags. And then he's got like the little lizard nose thing happening. And he's got these spikies. Eepy boy, yeah. Eepy eepy. Tired after a long day of eating adventurers. He's got a lot of little spikes. Bum, 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 bum. His spikes kind of go all over. Like his back. Ah! Meant the eraser. Let's see. I might make his tail. He's gotta have a good chunky tail. Ah, sorry. Didn't mean to accidentally draw over you, girl. That'll be good. Yeah, there we go. And his tummy will be like this. Now we gotta give him cuter legs. We gotta work on his mitts. The best part. Oh yeah, also he has a little bit of like scraggly teeth going on. He does have face spikes. Because he's got claws. Make him look like he's reaching out a little bit with his front paws. Yeah. There we go. What kind of energy drinks do we think he would like? Or do we think he's a coffee drinker? He's he's hooked on the Joe. Can't go his days without it. He's just trying his best. Well, we gotta draw like... no. I was like, I should draw his like front feet on the other side, but eh. Eh. And then I'm gonna cheat slightly on this. Use my lasso tool to copy this leg. Hehehe. The power of Clip Studio. Because we also gotta erase his old leg. An iced coffee drinker? I could see that. Maybe with like mocha flavored something in it. Like just a little bit of chocolate, not a lot. Enough to give him something sweet to start his day with. Trying to figure out where these other little scroggly things are that need to be erased. Ah. Oops, there they are. Whoops. That was scary for 2 seconds. Our work was almost destroyed by my hubris. 5 shots of espresso? Dang. Buddy's had a hard life being a basilisk. We gotta name him. Bart! Bart the Basilisk? That's a good name. Be like, dang it, Bart! You ate all the coffee. You drank all the coffee, you. Or Harry. Bart or Harry. Well, we do have Henry as one of the names of the basilisks. That might be a little close for that. I can... I'll give y'all a second to decide. Bart or Harry. And I will get a couple sips of my drink. Barry! You know what? Barry, yes. Again, I think he just doesn't like y'all speaking in all caps for some reason. I think that's what makes little bot monster angry. Alright. Barry! That's a good boy. He's a solid. These are our friends so far. It's looking pretty solid, I think. We got Abe, the Aboleth, Cat Hydra, which includes Goliath the Destroyer, Purry, Henry, Horatio, and Sir Crackles. Oh, and Dave. We got Anna. He's so freaking cute. And Barry. I love all of them. These are some good babies. I think I've got time for one more before I have to go start getting ready for my game. We might skip this one because he's awfully close. He's got the same like lizard with multiple legs vibes. Because the next one's a Bahir. So we can do a Beholder. We can always go back and do the Bahir next time. And we will save our sheet for next time too. So we're gonna draw a Beholder. You need to make these merch board markers or something. I don't know. How that would do. Maybe like a little sticker sheet or something at some point would be cute. Like something like simple, you know? Y'all can put them on whatever you want. Alright, beholders are like kind of easy. They got the eyes. How many ones do they got? They got a bunch. Anybody knows the specifics of how many eyes, like little eye thingies a beholder has? Let me know, because I know they have obviously like the big old one, but we'll make this better here in a second because I'm not satisfied with the shape, but I'm just trying to remember where everything's at. $10? Yeah, we can do 10. I guess like accuracy doesn't matter, you know, like whole heck of a lot, really, for it to be the exact number, but we can go with 10 and calls it good with that. So looking at the picture, and there's like so many. Boop. Boop doo. Gonna magically make these. Oops. I didn't merge that layer before. Whoops. Okay, gonna make this down because we can use oh, is he on a different layer completely? Oh wait, hold on. There we go. We can use the circle-y thing. I think that's too thick for what we've been doing. Yeah. Maybe low like that. And then they got the big old spooky mouths. We'll just do the teeth like this. And then maybe like, oops. The lip down. Ah. Gotta get this other side right. There we go. Kind of. It's slightly lopsided. Hold on. I can fix that. Yeah. Fixed. There we go. And then we'll put this back low again so we can do his other bits. Yeah. The beholders are a lot easier to do. They always have ones kind of like to go a little bit in front of their face too, I've noticed. Whoop. I don't know, I might have liked the original eyes better. Yeah, I think I liked those ones better than these ones. Hold on. Mm, I think I just like the placement of them. My pen doesn't always have the best reading where things are. It gets a little goofy sometimes. So I almost have to take that in consideration whenever I'm drawing. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Oh, you know what might be cute? One kind of in front of his face being like, hee hee, you know? Ah, the eraser's too big. Yeah. And then we gotta just erase those old lines. Oh, he would. He'd have a rich laugh. They're like, oh ho 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 ho. Look at me. I am the very best, and you are to be subservient. Oh ho ho ho. Oh wait, that sounds like Santa. Hold on. I don't think that'll translate well to the. I'm just gonna do asterisk rich person laugh. Beatrice. We gotta give Beatrice some eyelashes so that people know it's a Beatrice. Beatrice. I don't know. I don't know if I like the eyelashes actually. We'll just. Beatrice will have no eyelashes. She's too rich for eyelashes. Which I know doesn't make sense, but like, it's okay. She has mountains of gold. She needs not eyelashes. There we go. Beatrice. Here's our monster buddies of today. I love all of them. They're so cute. Who's your favorite? I'm stuck in between. I mean, Cat Hydra, Barry, and Anna are all pretty good. Um, Ava and Beatrice are good too, but it's like hard for me to choose out of these because they're so cute. Anna's your favorite. Anna's pretty good. She's just so sweet looking. Baby. Oh, this has been a good time. Let us put my tablet away. And I will make them smaller over here for a moment. You also like Anna Ike? Yeah. Anna's Anna's too good. She just has that certain pizzazz, you know? She's got personality. You guys can hang out with me over here. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today during my debut. I'm glad that you guys came and hung out with me and joined the dungeon. I think it went really well too. I'm happy. We didn't get to the gaming today, but that's okay. We had fun drawing our little monsters and just chit-chatting, so it's all good. We can always play things another time. It's not a big deal. But I wish you guys all the very best. And as always, take care of yourselves and take care of each other whenever you can. The dungeon's a dangerous place, but we got this.